Impromptunes acknowledges that this podcast is recorded on the traditional lands of the Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging and celebrate their enduring connections to country, knowledge and stories.
Impromptunes, 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 imprompt. Do you hear the people improvising?
Good people of the world, thanks for tuning in to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Now here they are, the cast of Impromptunes.
It's me, Emmet Nichols. Thank you so much for tuning in to Impromptunes, the guitar-based musical podcast. In the studio, I am just like over the moon excited about everything that's going on. You've probably noticed something already. We got a freaking guitar happening. Woo. That's right. Howdy, y'all, and welcome to Impromptunes with music by Mr. Debut himself, Ellis Dolan, who won the Who's Better at Guitar battle with me earlier and is just absolutely rocking out. We're loving it. New troop member and also new musician as of tonight. What a treat. Also, we have Isabella Valette, my dear friend in the studio. How the bloody hell are ya?
Oh, I'm great. I'm peaking tonight.
Really? I'm peaking.
It's a
also.
Historic podcast.
It's a wonderful day today,
It's
isn't
a wonderful debut to be here. A double debut.
We're very excited because for the first time, we've done a wife swap. We've got our pianist on vocals and our vocalist on guitar. David Peake is making his debut.
Dave Peaky Boo.
Thank you so much for indulging me.
Yes.
This should be fun.
Yes,
I
it's going to be
guess.
so much fun, Dave. We're so excited to have you. We also have Amelia June on tech. Loving that, the vibe in here. It's fantastic.
Oh, electric.
David, literally. I'm so excited for the audience to hear your lovely singing voice.
Well, yeah, I'm just kind of like a voiceless, disembodied presence on every other podcast where they say, and here's David Peake, and I get to say nothing.
I thought you meant in person.
So I guess you've got so many things bottled up that you wanted to say to the podcast listeners all this time.
Yeah, now's your chance.
Have you got anything you need to get off your chest?
I just want to say, I love you all.
Oh, that's nice.
That's so nice.
I mean, we probably should give him a mic every week to say that.
We probably should. We'll
lovely.
invest in another one because, David obviously is a friend of ours and has done hundreds of shows with us in Impromptunes, and we all know how witty David is with his naughty little one-liners. And so I'm excited for you to apply these to the podcast tonight and to hear them in character.
We shall see.
One thing that I know about you, David, is that, I think very early into our friendship and relationship with Impromptunes, I just came into the room one day and you were there early and you were just playing maybe one of your original songs or some other song. And David's got the best singing voice, so set your expectations really high because we just had a little warm up. Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. So what's it like to be flipping the script and getting up with us?
I'm strangely calm.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be calm.
No, you should be.
Do you miss the chair sitting?
No, it's a terrible chair. It's really bad for my back.
Well, it's good to know. It's the first time he's had the microphone to
say
voice
these
his opinion.
All these things off his chest. And Ellis obviously now has been demiked, deplatformed.
And he's hating that chair.
He's shaking his head, but we don't know if that's yes or no.
Yeah, or just an emphatic guitar move.
So hard to tell.
David, so exciting. And obviously, as a musician in Impromptunes, you've got a unique experience because you've sat in the room and participated in a lot of our warm-up activities, but never sort of taken the plunge into the on-stage side of things. So
yeah, it's an interesting experiment. We'll see if it works.
And tell us about playing
That's
music
how science works.
for an improvised improvised show. What's the kind of relationship like? Because I think a lot of people would describe, our pianists as accompanists, but really you're not accompanying what we're doing. How do you see it?
Big question.
We got time.
I'm just
We'll cut it if it's boring. Sorry.
I just have to be the ultimate listener and listen twice as hard as everybody else, but also at times lead because sometimes I need to push for a song to happen. But yeah, most of the time I'll get a sense just by listening where we're going and channeling my inner music theatre blah, whatever that intuition is of we've all seen musicals before, we know when they're about to sing. going, okay, here's time for a song, and just making it up.
And are there any sort of like moments that you associate with like certain genres? Like, is there something you're listening out for where you're like, oh, this would be a great, that kind of genre song? Or
Yeah, I think my favorite part of a show and a podcast is like the I Want song, because I like ballads and I like, I don't know, deeper, more meaningful stuff. And even though we just met this character, I love getting to just go, plunge into the deep end with the emotion. Yeah. And it makes it really rich very quickly for the audience.
For me, I think one of the things I love about Impromptunes is that, like, obviously it's comedy and it's very silly and, like, frivolous, but then we do find those emotional moments with, say, the I Want song, which is, the meeting the hero song, or later in the show when maybe they kind of go through some trials and that sort of thing. And obviously we got voices like yourself and Isabella Valette to carry the pathos and, sort of those heights.
All the pathos.
And I'm just thinking, I just love that you have a voice in this episode. You are truly David Speak.
You've been thinking about that for a while.
It occurred to me about 3 minutes ago. Yeah, I've been waiting for the right moment, and I thought, I bet when I say it falls flat, and it didn't.
It didn't.
So I'm
tore
thrilled.
The house down.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking of our other cast members listening to this. I'm hoping they had a chuckle at that. And that name sticks. David Speak episode.
I'm so excited to get this episode aired. We just had a warm up with David and he's bloody killer. So here we go. We're going to make up an improvised musical. We've done a flip the script. We've got one of our performers on music and Ellis Dolan on guitar and David Peake, our usual pianist, on the improv.
Woo.
So here we go. I am fiddling around in a bowl. I'm sticking my scrubby fingers.
Oh, yucky.
We can edit that in post. Oh, no.
The yucky word fiddling.
And I'm pulling out a title from the Bowl of Destiny. It is called, this is appropriate for The Man with No Voice, The Man with No Name, by Chiraag Patel from Facebook.
Ooh, that's your brother-in-law.
Thank you for The Man with No Name. Ooh, I'm very excited. Ellis has already taken on a bit of a vibe. And we are ready. Isabella, Valette, are you ready?
I was born ready, Emmet Nichols.
Yes. David Peake, are you ready for your first ever pod on Speakies?
Speaky voicey.
David Speak.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes, so confident.
Use your voice, queen. Do it.
All right, Impromptunes presents for the first, last and only time, The Man with No Name.
He's a man with no fingers.
He's a man with no toes.
He's a man with no soul.
But he's got a killer robotic body that'll knock you whole. Killer robotic body.
He's the man.
He's the man
with no remorse.
He's the man with a robotic horse.
He's a man who moves around in the shadows. Oh yeah.
People like he has no care. He's a man, the man with no name. He's the man with no name. He's the man.
and a killer robotic body and a killer robotic horse. He's a man without a family.
He's the man who has a black knee.
He's a man who has it all. He's a man
who will destroy them all.
He's a man, the man with no name.
He's the man,
The man with no name.
He's the
man with no name. He's the man with no shame.
A robotic horse body.
Whoa, oh, Betsy. Such a good girl, Betsy.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. I don't know your name.
Oh, Betsy.
It's such a pleasure being your pony. I love riding next to you with your horsey robotic body. It feels like I'm riding next to a real one of my kind.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Even though you live here with me in this stable, and
Yes.
we always ride out in this paddock,
Yes.
I never feel like you're that different. You're just like all the other horses. You can canter, you can trot, you can gallop, and you can even jump.
Yes, the jumping is my favorite.
The only thing that makes me feel like you're a bit different from us is the fact that you refuse to be named.
Yes, well, I mean, I wasn't given a name, so when I was born, you see, so...
That orphan story again.
Yes,
You were
yes.
left in a laneway by your mum and dad in the
Yes.
rain, I know.
Yes. In 1943.
They were tough days.
They were tough
I was
days.
just a little 3-year-old pony then.
Yes.
And now here I am, 43 years old in 1983.
Which is
do
remarkably long for a horse.
It is. I think that is because I'm a free-range pony. I'm here in this stable when it rains, unlike you and your little cot abandoned by your parents, and I run in this paddock when I like to.
Betsy, what do I look like? If you were to name me, what name would you give me?
You look like a Michael or a Marvin to me.
I don't like either of them.
Squawk, squawk. I'll tell you what you look like.
Oh, yes?
It's me, Macaw the bird.
We know who you are. You
Yes.
bother us every single
Every day.
I know, I'm just bragging about the fact that I've got a name. And you, Betsy, you got a name. But old Tin Man over here, he don't got no name and no heart.
Don't be mean to him just because he doesn't have a natural body or a name or a heart.
Come on, you all saw The Wizard of Oz. That Tin Man was an absolute fool.
Hey, he was just in asbestos instead of snow. That's why he died. I saw the movie back in 1953.
It was in asbestos?
That's right, the snow in the snow globe. It was actually asbestos.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Guys, you're getting off track. McCall, you were going to give me a name.
No, I was describing your body. You said, what do I look like? And I say, you look like a hideous Tin Man.
Oh, pay no heed of him. He's just a mean old bird.
No, I'm not. I'm Macaw. That's right. I got a name. Squawk, 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 squawk.
I hate that bird.
Listen, Mr. No Name, you gotta earn a name. You can't just be given one by someone random. You gotta find your mum and dad, and they'll tell you what you're really called. Track 'em down. Go back to the laneway where you came from.
I don't know what to do. I don't know where to find my parents. I don't know what they look like. I don't know where to start. But I guess they would be robotic, and they would look like a horse sort of man thing. I wonder how far away they are. Where are my parents? Why did they leave me? Why did they abandon me under a tree? Oh, where are my parents? Why did they leave me? Why did they abandon me beneath a tree? My heart is always open, and I wanna find my parents. I guess I'll start looking. I don't care how long it takes. If it takes a year, or if it takes 10, I'm gonna find my parents, so I'll feel whole again. Where are my parents? Why did they leave me? Why did they abandon me under a tree? Where are my parents? Yeah. Why did they abandon me? Why did they abandon me under a tree? Oh, I've been walking for 20 minutes and I found the tree. I found the tree. This is the tree. Betsy, you've been here the whole time.
I trotted along
You
behind
trotted
you.
behind me, yeah. And this is the tree. I recognize it. This has been in my dreams.
The tree right by the laneway.
Yeah. I can't read English.
Oh, neither can I.
But
That bird macaw can, but he ain't anywhere
But
near
he's not here, but I see some sort of inscription on the tree. Do you read English?
You know, once I took English lessons
Yeah?
when I was a little pony.
Uh-huh.
Back when I was 8, back in 1940. No, 19... I was bad at maths. I'm a bad pony at
51,
maths.
51. I think we
That's
said...
okay. No,
Yeah,
I think I can make out some letters. And if I tell you the letters, maybe you can turn them into words.
Okay, yeah.
It says R-I-P.
R-I-P.
What does that mean? Rip?
Rip. Maybe my dad's name is Rip.
Or maybe your name is Rip.
Oh,
Or maybe your mom's name's Rip. Wait, there's more under here, but they're numbers, and I'm not good with numbers. It does say 1943.
where are my parents? Why did they abandon me? Why did they leave me under this tree? Where are my parents? Why did they abandon me? Why did they leave me under this tree?
20 years later.
Please, no, don't. The laser.
Ah, you thought that MI5 would come and save you, Mr. Boond.
I'm sure they will. I'll find my way out of this predicament.
What do you say, Mr. No Name?
I say, get on your knees.
This never works out well for the spies.
Tell me, where are my parents?
I don't know where your parents are. I've told you that 1,000,000 times.
We think that MI5 knows something about the mysterious disappearance of his parents.
Well, even if we did, why would we tell you? You're supervillains, and supervillains deserve no access to my cock.
That's my past tense. My cocked.
Get your beak off my cock, you naughty bird.
I'll have to ask Mr. No Name. What do you say, Mr. No Name?
No.
I'll give you one last chance.
Please, I need my
Early bird
arms.
gets the worm.
Just because you don't have arms or fingers and your knee is black doesn't mean you need to blacken and tarnish my body, you evil, monstrous shrew.
Well, I've been searching for my parents for 20 years.
Yes, and your British intelligence agency won't give us diddly squat.
Yes.
Well, let's just say they died for a reason. And that reason goes to the grave with me. Cars! I'm gonna samurai myself.
So descriptive.
The ancient Japanese art of killing oneself before giving away war secrets.
Oh, a samurai sword into the gut, right up through the heart.
That's
It's
it.
coming out of his nose. How is he still able to articulate things?
Sneezy sneeze.
Please, I'm begging you.
I think it
before
might
you
be over, Mr. No Name. I'm sorry, but the last 20 years as your bird offsider, me, McCaw,
Yes.
we haven't found
McCaw.
diddly squat.
Diddly squat. I really thought we were onto something. I thought that was our most promising lead yet.
James Boone is nothing. James Bond, James Bronson, James. They're all useless. Master,
Yes, McCaw.
I know that you were sad when Farmer McCain took Betsy off to race,
Yes.
but ever since I've been your companion,
Yes.
do you really think that you're ever going to find them? Please don't hurt me.
Maybe I've found something new.
Oh?
The lust for blood.
Oh, yes, I feel it too.
Yes.
Ever since you've given me only the blood of the victims that we slaughter to
Yes.
feed on, I've become quite addicted to my only source of nutrition.
Yes. Well, how many people have we killed
Well,
now?
there was
McCaw?
James
There was James
Brond, James
but before,
Bronson
for 20
James.
years of
Yeah, James Blonde. The blonde
yes.
James,
He was
the
the
surfer
first.
dude.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really gnarly, that one.
Yes.
Well, you stuck the surfboard right into his mouth.
Yes. Right into his
Yeah.
mouth.
And then there was Jane Brown.
Jane Brown, yes.
Yes, she was very cool. And then there was Janine Brabong.
Yes.
There's probably been about, I'd say 2 to 3 a year. So
Yeah.
like 40 to 60 in the last 20 years. Do any of them do you even remember any of them anymore?
I see their eyes
Are we talking about the parents or the many people you
in the
remember?
dead of the night.
I'm sure you'll make it clear to me.
They're looking at me.
Okay, it still could be either.
And they're full of fright.
Oh, okay, probably leaning towards the spies.
I'm looking for answers
About your parents, so that's more column A than column.
but I haven't found any yet.
Okay, I'm thinking parents now.
But I've killed so many
Back to column
people. And I ain't done yet.
There's been so many fools.
So many fools.
And you're still unsatisfied.
Unsatisfied.
You're not feeling full food.
No.
And it's the parents that you seek 'cause they had. One day you'll find them. Or maybe just give up. Until you find them. We're gonna feast on some blood.
Feast on some blood.
One day you'll find them. Or maybe just give up. Until you find them. Let's feast on some blood.
Feast on some blood.
Oh, James Bond is delicious. Cut himself in half for me.
Ooh,
Smaller pieces.
Blood's a bit spicy.
You were saying?
Yeah. I see their faces.
Yes, could be either still.
Haunting me every night.
I'd probably lean column A.
40 or more.
Years of people.
It's given me a fright.
Ah, yes, the people, yes.
When am I gonna get what I'm looking for?
Maybe you won't.
Until then, I'll keep killing more.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. One day you'll find them.
One day I'll find them.
Or maybe just give up.
Maybe just give up.
Until you find them.
Until I find them.
We're gonna feast on some blood.
Feast on some blood.
One day we'll find them.
One day.
Or maybe just give up.
Give up.
Until we find them. We're gonna feast on some blood.
Feast on some blood.
We're gonna feast on some blood.
Feast on some blood.
We're gonna feast on some. Feast on some. Feast on some. Feast on some. Bring. Bring. Oh my God, that phone hasn't rung in 20 years.
Hello?
Who could this possibly?
Mr. No Name.
It is I, yes.
Here.
Yes?
I believe you killed the last of our agents.
Oh, is that all there was?
That was the last one.
That was the last one.
You
Do you mind
killed...
putting on speakerphone, boss?
Yes, I did. Sorry, you're on speakerphone.
That was the
with McCall.
65th agent we have. We don't have anyone else in training. Meet me by the London Gherkin at 7:45 p.m. sharp. I will be wearing a black jacket. Boop, boop, boop.
Wow, without context, who was that?
I
That
guess
was a
it's
lot.
that head of MI5?
Oh, M themselves.
M.
At the big gherkin.
At the big gherkin.
Let's ride like the wind. Mind if I hop on your shoulder and you ride with your robotic horse legs
Sure,
and
that's
your
how we
black
do
knee?
it. That's how we do it, yeah.
Thank you for meeting me here.
That's all right. Have you
You're
got some answers for me?
Of course I do. You're just as deranged as I thought. Look at you.
How
No
dare-
arms.
How dare you?
Who is this? I said come alone.
I'm McCall. I mean, I don't mean to brag about having a name or anything, but that is me.
Well, at
At least you just have a
MI5...
letter.
McCall. Just let her talk.
Oh,
MI5, the more senior you are, the less names you have. Like I said, I'm just a letter.
Yes.
Get this bird out of my face and I'll talk to you.
Off you go.
right.
So it's true. You do have a black knee. I thought that it was just a rumour.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. No Name, you've certainly done a lot more damage than we thought you would all these years. Back in 1943, when we reconstructed you.
Reconstructed me.
You're surprised, are you? I know you've spent the last 20 years tearing up every single agent we have to try and find out this information. Yes, we are the ones that put you back together.
If you had just responded to my freedom of information requests.
We don't respond to requests. We're British.
Well, that's why all your agents are dead. For God's sake.
Well, maybe they were worth the sacrifice to get to you where we are today. Do you know, I knew your mother and father personally.
Yes?
Let's go somewhere quieter. I know a coffee shop on the Strand. It's called Pret a Manger.
Hello, what would you like?
One chicken sandwich, takeaway.
Oh, classic order. Great choice. And you?
Ham and cheese croissant.
Name for the order?
M.
Yeah. M.
All right.
No
And for
E.
both of us.
No E in front of the M. I'll pay for both of us.
So just one letter between the both of you.
Just
Yes,
one M.
thank you.
As you can see, it's important to be in a busy, crowded place so nobody
Yes,
can
there's
hear
lots of
what I say.
commotion.
What I'm about to
Yeah.
say is going to change your life.
What was that about the reconstruction?
Well, of course, we couldn't let you die after the accident.
What accident?
The accident that killed your parents.
Oh.
No one ever told you?
No.
Is that what you were phoning about?
Yes.
That's not even classified information. We could have told you that.
You're joking. I've killed so many people.
And all the wrong people,
All the
too.
wrong. Well, I mean, I didn't care. I just had to find my family.
You didn't want to find the person that murdered your family?
They were murdered? You said accident.
Well, we're not sure.
Right.
You see, this accident seemed most suspicious.
Yes.
It was 1943. I was 16, a new agent in the agency, very low down. I didn't have a letter then. I was just Emily. That was my name before I was called M for short.
Makes sense.
Your mother, she was the most beautiful woman I ever saw, an actress, J.C. Scarlett. And your father, well, he was punching well above his weight to be with her, let me say that, but he was one of ours. Your mother had been the premiere of her opening night for the famous film Gone with the Quim.
I haven't heard of that film.
She starred in adult movies.
If you don't mind me just stopping you 1 second.
Yes.
Can you explain where I get these physical traits from?
We gave them to you.
Oh.
You were not going to make it that night, and as I pried you from your dead mother's arms, a baby crying so bright, with no legs or arms, you were just a trunk, a little baby trunk. There was no junk in your trunk. You were just a trunk, a little baby trunk. No junk in that trunk, and I knew. As I saw your father slip away, there was only one person who could make sure that you'd be okay. And then I spied a horseshoe. There was a horse there, Betsy, I think, and I modelled you on her. I took all the machinery from the car that killed them, and I made them your body. You were just a trunk, a little baby trunk. There was no junk in your trunk. You were just a trunk, a little baby trunk. There was no junk in your trunk.
So my mother was an actress. She starred in many films. And my dad, what did he do again?
He was a spy with us.
My parents, I can feel them with me now, and I feel complete.
But I cannot tell you your name, you see. It is the key. It's classified and would expose state secrets, so I must leave it with me. You were just a trunk, a little baby trunk. There was no junk in your trunk.
There was no junk in my
trunk. Just a trunk, a little baby trunk. There was no junk in your trunk.
Oh, one more time, I was just a trunk, a little baby trunk. There was no junk in my trunk. There was no junk in my trunk.
A little baby trunk. There was no junk in.
There was no junk in your trunk. Wow, I can't believe that story. So your mum was the star of Casablanca.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Gone with the Quim,
Oh, my
which
God.
I hadn't... Do you know what a Quim is?
Well, I'll tell you about it when you're older.
Oh, okay. All right,
But
yeah.
here's the thing that strikes me the most about your story.
What?
Well, if you were modelled a bit after Betsy,
Yeah.
Betsy's the closest thing you have to a mum. You know?
Yeah.
And I know you were devastated. You didn't think much of me before Betsy went off to the running track.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
when she left, you were distraught, Mr. No Name.
Yeah, I was.
I've really taken on the accent of the region we just visited, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
That's
yeah.
the thing about macaws, but anyway.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You reckon we should, with your skills, I mean, you tracked down James Bond and James Brown and James Brown, famous singer, tragically killed him as well. And you surely, with your skills, you could track down Betsy.
I mean, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Macaw, I've killed so many people, but this is my chance to have a new life, a new start.
Yeah.
With Betsy. I need Betsy back in my life.
I think you're right.
And I need to find the person who killed my parents.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Maybe Betsy knows something.
Maybe Betsy
Sounds like she was there.
She was there that night.
She was there that night.
Oh, we've got a...
Shall we get out
Macaw?
the no-name jet?
Yeah. Let's fire her up.
Let's fire it up.
Okay. How do we do this again? All right. Rotors on.
Nice. Jet on. Engine, I mean, you know.
Windows up.
Yeah, close the windows.
Close the windows.
Remember last time?
Yeah, I remember
That's how
last time.
James Brown died. Sucked straight out.
straight
Lucky
out.
we were in there. at the
Horrible.
time. Horrible. And finally, hit the gas.
That's it. We're on the runway. We're moving fast. It's time to go. So we're not lost.
Time to go on a
your
journey
fine
to the past. One down this road. Let's hope that these memories last.
We're gonna fly oh so high. We're gonna fly right up in the sky to find my Betsy. She's my friend. She's gonna be with me right to the end.
We're gonna fly
so high.
We're gonna fly
Way up in the sky to find my Betsy. She's my friend. We're gonna find her. She'll be there till the end.
And even though I can fly on my own two wings, with you, my friend, it is so thrilling. And though I was born and I know who I am, I'm gonna help you find out your name.
Come on, we're gonna fly way up in the sky.
We're gonna fly way up in the sky to find my Betsy. Oh, she's my friend. She's gonna be there till the very end. Oh, here we are at the Melbourne Cup, Flemington Racecourse.
Yeah, it's the race that stops a nation.
And we've stopped the race by landing the jet in the middle of the oval.
Whoa,
Whoa.
good landing.
Oh my God, look, the people are cowering in fear. They know who you are. They might not know your name, but they know who you are.
And I'm here to take Betsy. Betsy, where are you? Betsy! Betsy! The bloody... Betsy.
There she is, on the winner's podium. I can't believe they fit a whole horse up there.
Betsy, did you win the Melbourne Cup?
Mr. No Name?
Yeah.
You're interrupting my big win? You're here to see me win?
Oh no.
Wow, that means an awful lot. I can't believe you came here just to see me win a race.
Betsy.
After all these years, 20 years, I don't even know what you've been up to. I've just been here busy racing without any news from the outside world. Oh, well, that sure means a lot for you to be here. Thank you for coming just for me.
Betsy, had I have known you would win the Melbourne Cup, I would have bought a ticket and come, but
Gotta be the oldest horse to have ever
Oldest
won
horse
this.
of
What are you
ever won
doing with
this.
McCaw?
Oh, we're good friends now. Ever since you left, I've learned my better ways.
Are you out your Australian accent always picking up on the environment?
McCaw, just shut it. We're having a moment.
Yeah, mate.
Betsy, you're the closest thing I've ever had to family.
What, because of our close friendship? That's very kind of you to say.
And because I know you were there that night.
Winnie.
And I just want to say that I know what happened to Mum and Dad. But I don't need them. Because I've had you all this time.
You really mean that, Mr. No Name?
Yeah.
And you don't hold it against me that I didn't tell you all these years?
I mean,
That's so kind of you.
yeah. I forgive you.
I had every opportunity to tell you.
Why didn't you tell him?
Because I was protecting him, McCaw.
From whom? Him from the tragedy of the events, or?
No. From the person that killed your parents.
Don't tell me it was some high up of like a British organisation or something.
That's right.
What?
What?
It was Winston Churchill himself. 1943.
What?
There was another 2 years before the war would finish. Winston Churchill ordered it. He needed to do it to defeat the Nazis. You were collateral damage in the plan where the UK won over Germany.
Wow.
That's right, your birth was very political, as was the death of your parents. Your mother wasn't really an adult entertainment actress.
No?
Well, she did it, yes. But she did it for her country.
I thought she was in Jizz in the Cane.
She was in all of it. But like I said, it was all for country. Country.
Betsy, that's a lot to digest, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, it does matter. It's good that we beat the Nazis. I mean, I guess
It's all
that's
because of you.
You were
because
part
of
of that.
me. I was part of that.
Yeah, mate.
Your parents sacrificed themselves just so you could live.
Yeah.
And you don't even want to know your name?
Yeah?
It's got to be Winston, right?
Wrong. It was Churchill.
Churchill.
I see.
That's my name?
Winston Churchill.
Wow.
Winston Churchill. is
Named
my
after the man that killed your parents. That's right. If you'd have known that, then you would have come for him and you would have killed him prematurely.
That would have ruined. The Nazis would have won the war. Lucky they didn't tell you, mate.
I guess I'm the closest thing to your mother.
Yeah.
You being modelled off my body.
Yeah.
And I suppose the car that killed your parents was the closest thing to your father, but that's your body now. So I guess that's part of you already.
Everything happened for a reason.
How do you feel, Winston, now that you know the true story?
I feel weird.
Well, don't worry, because
But I feel...
MI5 is going to cover up all the murders you did for you.
Oh.
And you and I will be able to ride off into the sunset together back to the farm.
Or we could fly.
We could fly, yeah. Fly until tomorrow. I'm Winston Churchill. I know my name, yeah. It's time to fly. Fly until tomorrow. My life has meaning. My parents won the war.
And now you can change and stop doing harm.
Stop doing harm.
And you, me, and Betsy, shall we go back to the farm?
Back to the farm. Just call me Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. We won the war.
Just call me Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie
We won the
Churchill.
war. We won the war.
Now that you're here, I'm not thinking of any other, because yes, I'm a horse, but I'm basically your mother.
And my dear best friend, look at how come you have far. You did it with the body of a man and a car.
Come on, call me Winnie,
Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill.
We won the war.
Oh, just call me
Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill.
We won the war.
All your life you've pursued this information so suspiciously. You don't need an M for your name or a W as well. You just need a V for victory.
Yeah, just call me Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill.
We won the war.
Just call me Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill.
We won the war.
The Melbourne Cup.
That's
this
right.
time, Betsy and McCall.
Just call me M for short.
You're my friend, you've been my family, and I wanna thank you, and now I've got a name.
Just call me Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill.
We won the war. Just call me
Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill.
We won. We won the
Well, there it was, everyone. The man with no name, and as expected, just resolved a couple of historical conflicts that we were wondering what happened in.
We did not see that coming.
We did not see that coming. Wow, so many twists and turns. Nazis, we did not see that coming.
I mean, the greatest twist of all was having you, David Peake,
Woo!
bloody
Incredible.
vocals.
Oh my god.
How do you feel?
Oh, that was so much fun. Like, I see why you guys do it. It's a rush.
Yes. Oh my God, it was so amazing. So fun to play with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm just blown away. I mean, I think hearing you do those vocals and those catchy, wild songs has just actually inspired me to up my own song.
Oh, yeah.
So not only did you smash it, you've actually inspired people.
A future generation, just like
That's it.
the man himself, Winston. Of course, we had Ellis on guitar for the first time. First time we've had guitar for a pod that got kept and hopefully aired. So exciting. Thank you, David. Hopefully we'll get you on the pod another time. Listeners, if you want to support all these multi-talented artists, you know, David training on his improv, Isabella working on her song prov, Ellis on his guitar, and let's face it, me on my guitar. And Amelia could do with a new keyboard. We would love your support through the Patreon. It keeps us alive, it keeps us going. It makes us feel really nice and appreciated as well. Even as little as $2 a month, we love your support. And your suggestions, keep them coming. And we'll try and win your hearts, your minds.
Just
and
call me
Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. We won the war. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. Winnie, Winnie, Winnie Churchill. We won, we won the war.